Sportscasters believe they can say whatever they want because professional athletes make millions. But athletes are real people like everyone else. Stephen A. Smith is a sports analyst that covers the NBA. He has had some choice words for Bronny James, who is LeBron James' son. Bronny was drafted into the NBA in 2024 with the 55th pick in the draft to the Lakers. But Stephen A. Smith has a problem with this because Bronny was drafted to the Lakers. LeBron plays for the Lakers and he feels like it was nepotism for him to be in the NBA in the first place. Stephen A. Smith is a 57-year-old hating on a 20-year-old that's life is just getting started. Stephen A. Smith ended up going to a Lakers game and got pressed by LeBron. So Stephen A. Smith is sitting courtside, and it's kind of ironic that he would sit courtside when he's talking all this trash about all these players. They're obviously going to notice him. He's recognizable face and he talks a bunch of crap. And LeBron just literally goes up to him. You can obviously he's pissed. He's mad. And he was sitting there a couple seconds before this video cuts it off. And Stephen A. Smith did not say a single word. He just sat there and looked, because what are you going to do? What can you say back to this man when he's standing there like that? That dude's like 6'9", 250. And of course, he had to go talk about it on his show.
You know, I thought long and hard about this over the last few hours because I had no intentions, Molly, of talking about this at all.
That is so much cap. You know how much this dude talks? Everyone's going to want to know exactly what LeBron said to him when he's getting pressed like by LeBron.
Yeah.
And the reason why is because it was a one-on-one, I wouldn't say a conversation, but it was a one-on-one confrontation. But then I wake up and everybody from ESPN and my agent and everybody else were sending me that this thing had gone viral. That wasn't a basketball player confronting me. That was a parent.
I don't know why anyone would not back up their son or at least say something to someone when they're attacking their son for basically no reason. Stephen A. Smith talks about Bronny a lot with him being on the Lakers and focusing on LeBron. When you're the 55th pick in the NBA, no one should be really talking about you that much unless you're playing out of this world. And Bronny's actually not been playing actually terrible for the 55th pick in the NBA.
LeBron James knows how to get in contact with me if he wanted to. He never called, because had he called and wanted to talk to me, I would have accepted that call.
Why would LeBron want to talk to you? You literally talk down about everyone in the NBA. You have no reason to even be in conversation with him because you talk about him 24/7. You already know what's going on. And you can imagine how he feels if you're talking trash about them and criticizing him. And now you're talking about his son, and you didn't even earn that conversation with him.
Had he wanted to see me, I would have flown out and I would have seen him and I would have had a conversation man to man. But that is not what he elected to do. Instead, he elected to confront me while I was sitting courtside. Ari Emanuel, the head of William Morris Endeavor, the agents, one of the...
And that's Stephen A.'s fault for sitting courtside, for how much he talks about these players. One of them's got to be mad at least at him. So right here, this is actually from Stephen A.'s podcast. He's talking about LeBron and how people talk too much about him and how he's going to criticize him. That's what he was talking about in this video. But there's a headline right here. JJ Redick on Bronny. Maybe put him in a tough spot. JJ Redick is the coach of the Lakers. And it says, Bronny James held scoreless in a career-high 15 minutes versus Philadelphia. Basically, like talking trash about his son. And mind you, they're talking about the 55th pick in the NBA, and they're not even talking about the first pick in the NBA. They're talking about the 55th pick, and this was on his show, so he had to have approved it. And this is why LeBron was so mad. And there's a huge lawsuit going on right now with a hairstylist that was actually working for ESPN. There's a bunch of these analysts that are probably scummy people that we don't even realize, and they have these closets with skeletons in them. But if you guys like seeing crazy, stupid things on the internet, click that video on the screen right now. It's about Aaron the plumber and how he's the biggest crash out on the internet.